Good morning everybody and welcome to Every Disused station number 23. You find us in South Wales, although we're not exploring South Wales today. Where are we exploring today, Rebecca?
We are exploring the Hereford Gloucester Railway.
And we're exploring the northern part of that, so we're doing Ross to Herefordshire. So come join us, I think, at Wicks. Right, so this is Ross Station. All the industrial buildings behind us, pretty much, yeah.
But you said Wicks.
Wicks, Screwfix. You say tomato. So yeah, all the industrial buildings behind us were Ross Station. Nothing exciting here. Let's go on to find some more exciting things.
Sounds good.
How's Big Boots, Rebecca?
Big Boots, great.
Whee! Welcome to Herefordshire. Welcome to Every Disused station number 23. Welcome to the second station of the day. First was Screwfix.
Wicks.
Screwfix. Wicks. This is Backney. Backney Halt, opened in 1933. The majority of the line was opened in 1855. This station was opened like 80 years later, bizarrely, which is often the case with little halts, trying to increase the traffic on the line for passengers, etc. The first problem is, this is the picnic spot which we identified where we could park, but it's all padlocked up. So we're going to have a look inside. We think up there on those two benches is a beautiful viaduct. So let's go and investigate.
Let's go find out.
So, Backney Halt was just back that way. Now, we're stood at track level. Right, there's the viaduct, there's the top of the viaduct. We're at that level now, but obviously it goes back downhill to where we parked. Backney Halt was just the other side of the road up there. So I don't know if there's like another small viaduct here or a cutting that's been completely taken away, because we're right on the track bed level here now, but it just drops away there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good morning everybody and welcome to Tunnelness. So we are now at the southern portal of the first tunnel of the day, which is Fawley Tunnel. If you Google Fawley Tunnel, you come up with Southampton Fawley. So there's not a lot online about this tunnel. There's a few on the Ballingham tunnel, which we'll be at next. And our first problem of the day is getting to this one, which has proven very difficult. We've pretty much ruled out the northern portal because it's miles from anywhere and there's no sort of access that we can see.
Yeah, all on private land.
Yeah, so we thought we'd try the southern portal first. And again, we're having major trouble. There's loads of houses next to the where you might be able to get down.
Long way down.
Well, here's the biggest problem. The biggest problem we have at the moment is the drop below us. Down the bottom by the bridge, by the road where we parked, there's actually, in the cutting of the railway, there's like a little business with loads of cars, so we can't exactly sneak down there because it's all gated up and everything. So that's as good as we're going to get for Fawley Tunnel. Southern portal, there's no way of getting to the northern portal unless we sort of knew who the owner was and we could get permission to get on their land, because it's quite a long trek off of the main pathway.
Well, in that case, if you happen to own the land or know somebody who does, get in touch so
True.
you can come back.
And that goes with any old bit of infrastructure like this.
Yeah, definitely.
But I got fairly close to that edge bit and you can just see the tunnel. It's very, very wet down there at the moment, which is pretty obvious because it's late January.
It's like that everywhere at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is genuinely the sturdiest sty we've been on for weeks. Look how solid that is.
It's fairly grippy as well.
Yeah, it's not slippy at all, is it?
Excellent work, people. Right, so Fawley first tick, Fawley second tick.
Ballingham.
Ballingham Station.
Ballingham Station.
Station.
Which is now a Oh, Airbnb.
Oh, Airbnb, isn't it? Yeah.
Croissant.
Croissant. You join us as we're walking up towards Ballingham. Ballingham is now an Airbnb, which is lovely, which we only learned very recently when we were researching the line, but looks very lovely. Right, so we're walking down from Ballingham station towards, I assume it's called Ballingham Viaduct. I'm not sure, but I assume it is. So another viaduct that went over the Wye. So this railway crossed the Wye 4 times, we understand. And I'm not sure which point this is, perhaps. Probably the second, I'm not sure. This presumably. And it looks just as stunning as the first one. I mean, we've got the right footwear, right?
It's boot testing time.
Boot testing time. Woo. So this pathway goes diagonally across this field. This field is next to the River Wye, and we've had like a week's worth of rain, so it's a proper test of your footwear. Are these, what are these?
Potato field.
It's a potato, we're in a potato field.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not getting too close to you. You keep splashing up at me.
Can't help it. We've learned a lot lately about how tunnels are built, especially with the help of Graham. All the different techniques, shafts, boring machines, sort of in different developments. No clue, however. I mean, where do you start? Look how deep the water is, how fast flowing the water is there. Where do you start putting some blocks in the? Where's the first brick go? Maybe they like create kind of what's the word? Yeah, I mean they create like a
mesh thing.
Yeah,
that's what I saw on.
And then they dig deep. I don't know.
Weirdly, Escape to the Chateau. They did that to get across like the edge of their moat to a centre bit where they had a big metal cage. Basically, they dropped all the stones in to start with, and then built on top of that. So
but maybe someone could tell us. Is there a video that explains how you put down the first? Who knows? Also, the top bits have got concrete around them. Again, if this was built in 1855, and this viaduct and the other viaducts, I'm assuming they added concrete around the top part of them for
safety,
maybe afterwards.
Making it a bit.
The reason why I'm looking up the embankment is because there's a metal handrail.
There is a metal handrail.
Strange, isn't it? We'll investigate that in a minute. Anyway, so tell us about this viaduct, please, peeps. So we gave up on Ballingham southern entrance. Not that we've tried that hard, but Ballingham southern entrance had a big old house next to it, which is an Airbnb. There's sort of no way round other than to go up the side, and we thought we'd have exactly the same trouble as the southern portal of Fawley. So forgive the sun. You find us now walking across some farmland, obviously on a public bridleway, in search of the northern portal of Ballingham Tunnel. We drove past the road which just circumnavigates the top bit already. A few locals around, so we decided to come at it from a slightly different angle over the top, because there's lots of permissive bridleways and pathways up here. So next stop is northern portal of Ballingham Tunnel.
Over meadows, inside sprung grass, lungs breathing in the darkness. Love down low, scattered in the gravel, vapor escapes us.
Spore heap back there. We're now getting close to where we think is the northern portal We're again still on the pathway and we're still directly above the alignment. I've nearly tripped over 14 times on brambles. Rebecca's been a bit sensible.
Can't just look where I'm going.
Find the strength in my shortcomings. Lies don't say. Come on.
Right, Ballingham Tunnel Northern Portal. Is proving much more difficult than we first anticipated. In my notes I wrote down Ballingham, no problem, south or north. What I mean by that is we're now 20 metres above the portal again. The access from the northern part is now a field with horses literally on the track bed. They've got stables and horses on the track bed that side of the portal. So the tunnels are both fails. Okay, last leg of the day we think. This is Holme Lacy and we're looking for Holme Lacy platforms because the Holme Lacy platforms apparently still exist. Although where? Yeah, honestly, everywhere we go today is like this. Oh, Rebecca, look.
I want these.
You on the gates?
Would they notice?
I think they'd notice if you stole the gates.
Oh, I love them. They're amazing.
Yeah, I reckon there's a lot here that's... yeah, okay, so the platforms survive. Buildings have been demolished, obviously, but there's still a lot of brickwork on the platform there. Is that like a waiting room or something there? Because...
Could be, it's a big part. Yeah, because there's another one there and another one there.
I mean, I reckon that's original too, because it's like a masonry building just there.
Yeah, there's wall, another wall back there.
See, this is where you'd hope, and I guess it takes communities, doesn't it? It takes communities to do what we've seen before, where people turn things into something, a piece of heritage. But this is dying for it, people of Holme Lacy. This here is dying for you to come down here and form a little group and do something with this, because this would be amazing. This would be a massive little area of history for the village of Holme Lacy.
It needs to be community based.
Yeah, it needs to be community based. So I mean, maybe people are trying, I don't know, we're doing them injustice, but look, there's an old brick wall all the way along the side there, you can just see, but everything's covered in vegetation, and yeah, it takes work, but look, there's all sorts down here. There's buildings here, there's little pathways there. Okay, last of the day, Holme Lacy. That was pretty cool.
That was very cool, actually. That was a good ending.
Yeah. Hope you've enjoyed everything today. Hope you've enjoyed the viaducts, especially because we have, and some random obscure stations. That's it from us for Every Disused Station number 23. Like, subscribe, comment, and all of that.
All that jazz.
Yeah. And as ever, let us know any ideas of where you'd like us to go and visit, any stories we can tell, because that's our 2020 motto, isn't it?
Definitely, if you've got any stories about whether you sort of lived there or grew up there, or your parents did, or family, or
stuff
any
like
quirky
that.
little things. Cool.
Right, see you next week.